Hello everyone, my name is Troy. Welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase. Grab your blankets, grab a snack. We're gonna get cozy today and talk about 20 KotLC facts that are super cool and that may amaze you. Now I know some of these you will know. Don't come at me for the comments like,
oh, I knew all of these.
Then you must be a super fan. I'm talking about like the average fan like me who doesn't know things super well.
Of course, I love like being goofy and silly and hilarious and crazy and wild and unpredictable and spontaneous.
I just posted a teaser for my first music video on my new channel, Troy Warren, where you can check out an early look at the music video for Don't Forget Me, a song that is releasing on July 16th. You can also follow me on Spotify, Apple Music. I'll leave all my links in the description. Without further ado, let's get started right now with this video. I got basically all of these fun facts off of the KotLC wikia, so thank you to the KotLC fans out there that have been collecting these little trivia facts. So number one is that Alina is very vain, as she used to have many mirrors and reflective surfaces in her Foxfire office. In her official council painting, Alina has none, as she said, "None have captured my beauty properly." And so I didn't actually even notice this until unlocked. I should have realized, I should have clicked in earlier, but I'm not that attentive, that Alina was vain because her whole office was made out of mirrors. That makes so much sense to me now, and I'm so like sad at myself that I didn't realize that sooner.
I was blind. I was so blind.
Next is that it takes Lord Cassius exactly 31 minutes to comb his hair. I'm not sure where this came from or where it was revealed. I think probably in the unlocked guide version, but this is so ironic, y'all, because it actually takes me a pretty similar amount of time to comb my hair.
Okay, and what do you want me to do about that?
It takes me like anywhere from like 20 minutes to 35 minutes. And that's because like I have to dry my hair. I take a shower every single day and I have to like dry my hair afterwards, and my hair does not dry very well, so I have to sit there with a hair dryer for like 20 to 30 minutes. I have a brush at all times, y'all. Number 3, Keefe once did a drawing of Sophie, Grady, and Edeline, and Shannon actually had that painting illustrated officially, which you can see on the screen now, and he also did one of all her friends and a painting of Sophie and Fitz. So I think this is really cool that like Shannon tries to include little aspects of the books like within art, giving us little art pieces. I'm not super fan of some of her illustrators, but like definitely her just trying to get more content out and then to try to like help us visualize some different scenes. I love it. Number 4, in its deleted line from Lodestar, Biana says that an unknown character will have to face the wrath of Dizznacker. And I love this quote and deleted scene because it just proves that Dex and Biana are the OP ship in the little Dex, Biana, Tam love triangle, although I feel like Tam shouldn't even be in the love triangle. Tam is a single Pringle, I feel, or he needs to be with Keefe. Like for me, it's Tam with Keefe or Tam being single. That's literally the only option. I cannot see Tam with Biana, and that's why I love Dex and Biana, because they are the Dizznacker. They are the Dizznacker and they are so cute together. Number 5 is that Nightfall is the first book in Keeper Lost City series to have a Barnes & Noble special edition. And so I think this is pretty cool because it kind of proves that over time Shan's books have gotten more popular and have actually gotten more, I guess, what would you say, benefits? Like she's had access to a lot more support, like she's managers. I feel like she has a whole team behind her because she is raking the cash. Also funny because like that was a good sign of like her series becoming popular, and that's actually when Joey started reading the series. Number 6 is that Elwin has a stuffed animal named Stinky the Stegosaurus, and Elwin has a large collection of stuffed animals at his house, among it a stuffed moonlark and a stuffed blueberry. I love this quote, or fact, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying quote. Elwin is literally out here repping the animals in his adulthood, and we love to see it. Like Elwin honestly has saved so many people's lives. He also like helps people mentally too. Like he's not just a doctor, I feel like he's also a therapist, because he also like helps everyone by like giving them stuffed animals, and like it's such a small act but such a huge act, like, and a huge impact, if that makes any sense. Number 7 is that Lord Cassius is extremely snobbish and vain, like Lady Alina, having an entire room dedicated to his accomplishments. His name, Cassius, means empty or vain. So we could kind of see immediately from the start that his name means vain. So, you know, Shannon obviously had to plan that Cassius was going to be a super vain and snobby character, and I feel like that's what makes Cassius unique. And although I hate him, like, it's unique, and I stan him for like trying to pride himself on all his accomplishments, but when he starts rubbing in other people's faces, especially Keefe's, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, you can be happy with yourself, don't be too happy that you're making other people impacted about it. Number 8 is that Bronte was a newly appointed emissary when Shellbell was being overthrown, and Fallon Vacker was a councillor. I think this just puts things into perspective, because we often forget that Fallon Vacker was a councillor and that Councillor Bronte was once an emissary. He did not magically become a councillor, and I think it always is great to have some insight. That's why I love books, because they give you a lot of backstory and history, especially fantasy. Like, New Worlds plus the New World's history is always like music to my ears. Like, I love kind of diving into worlds and diving into the history, and I feel like that's a cool fact. Number 9, in book 8, Legacy, Marika showed Lady Gisela that she was a Psionpath, and Gisela said, "I will come for you soon," meaning that she would either forcibly take Marika to the Neversine or recruit her. And so this, y'all, is crazy, and we need to not overlook this, because first of all, it gives hints as to how Roy is doing. We haven't seen Roy in a while, and I have a feeling that he might be gravely injured. He might not even have his ability anymore. We have to see Marika. We have to protect Marika. That would be so sad if Marika joined the Neversine, because Marika is one of my favorite characters. So this cannot happen. We all need to talk about this in the comments. Number 10 is that the name Grady means noble and is of Irish origin, and Adeline's name also means noble too. It was love at first sight. I feel like that's actually pretty cool though, that both of their names mean noble, and they are nobles, so that's really pretty cool. Number 11 is that the name Della means bright, noble, and smart. Shannon Messenger mentioned on Goodreads that Della's name is a nickname for the full name Radel, which means counselor to the elves, and this made me think, like, is this gonna be like end game Della is a counselor? Because I would love that. As all of you may know, I love Della so much. I love her so much more than Alden. I think Della deserves better, because another fun fact, bonus fact, Alden actually said in a exclusive edition that he had a crush initially on someone else, but he had, like, that person was, I guess, married off, or he wasn't able to get to that person, and so Della was his second choice. And I'm like, oh, Della, you deserve better. Alden was probably Della's first choice. Alright, Shannon Messenger mentioned in the illustrated and annotated edition that she envisioned Malamalt as an ice cream sandwich without the cold or sogginess. I can attest to this. It kind of feels like that, although when I made the recipe, it didn't taste anything like an ice cream sandwich, because ice cream has a distinct taste, and there's nothing similar to ice cream in the ingredient list for the recipe that she made, so it's a bit weird. I don't know why she would describe it like that, but sure, you know what, you do you, Shannon. You do you, Shannon. Adeline has a Pathfinder that has the ability to go to the Lost Cities. I feel like we overlook some simple things like this, so that's why I wanted to share it with you. Like, why would Adeline need a Pathfinder to go into Lost Cities? Especially because I don't think she is an emissary. I think she's just a noble, and I think they do get assignments, but I don't think they get assignments so, like, how do I say this, like, so major. Like, I don't think she gets any major missions, so why would she need to go to the Lost Cities? That's, I don't know. Maybe something suspicious, maybe something potentially suspicious, I don't know. Number 14, Adeline taught Sophie how to make 2 types of Ripple Fluffs, mint chocolate and butter toffee, and they were both actually published as real recipes by Shannon, and I can attest to this one as well. I tried out the mint chocolate Ripple Fluffs, and they were so good. I totally recommend. Go watch the video on our channel called Making Mint Chocolate Chip Ripple Fluffs. I made a whole video baking those, and they were immaculate. I really, really loved them, and I'm gonna have to try the butter toffee ones someday. Number 15 is that Fenton's last name, which is Pyron, is derived from the word pyre, which means the fire that is burned to bring the dead into the afterlife. I think that's really interesting, especially because Vincent is someone that kind of escapes death. I don't know, he escaped death once, and I feel like he's gonna be able to do it again. So I think it's interesting how she kind of set up that plot element, like, super early on. Like, ooh, it's super cool how, like, Shannon plots her books, because, like, the more I kind of read and understand, like, the series, I kind of is more evident that she has plotted well far into advance. Number 16 is that Iggy was inspired by a Pygmy Marmoset, and it was originally supposed to be a mini kangaroo, but Shannon Messenger kept imagining him or her falling off of Sophie's shoulder because of the small arms. I think this is such a cute fact. I did remember going to a tour and Shannon talking about Iggy and saying that he was supposed to be a kangaroo, and I think that's so precious. That would be so precious. But I mean, Iggy came out to be exactly as we wanted to be, and so no one can change Iggy anymore. Number 17 is that Shannon was inspired by Legolas from J.R.R. Tolkien's works and the X-Men when writing KotLC. I think she talked about, if I remember, like kind of the X-Men characters having their own unique ability and having something to contribute, but she wanted to be more magical, she wanted to be more fantasy, and she wanted to combine it with like the Legolas kind of like mysterious, suspicious mystery behind it with all the different rebellions too. So I think it's a nice mix. Number 18 is that Bex stated in Unlocked that she had a crush on Keefe. I'm like trying to like understand how I missed that, because I would have been so weirded out. Like, how would Bex have a crush on Keefe? That makes no sense. Why would Shannon do that? That makes no sense to me. Like, it's almost disgusting, because Bex is like year 2 and Keefe is like year 5. That's like a 3-year difference. So yeah, I don't like it. Number 19 is Rex's favorite stuffed animal is Harry the Jackalope. And we stan Harry the Jackalope on this channel. I don't want to see any Harry the Jackalope hate comments or I will dislike them. That scene was so cute when they first went to Rhymeshire and then they were all playing. They're like, give me Harry back, and then they were chasing them and they dropped Harry in the snow, and it was just a cute scene. So I don't know, something to like make you happy, like a fun scene that you probably all remember. And those kids were tearing up the whole house. Number 20 is that Livy thinks that Prattles are delicious and stores lots of candy in the apartment. And this is just another example, kind of like Elwin, where we see kind of the same thing, like adults can also be sort of like kids, and you don't really age that much to not grow out of candy or grow out of stuffed animals. I think that's such a great message that Shannon kind of introduces with this concept, and I think it's great that Livy is a Prattles stan. I'm so glad that Amy was able to stay with Livy, because Livy is amazing, and just like whenever they took the tour around Livy's house, I was getting impressed. I was like, wow, okay, this is actually a pretty friendly place for someone like Amy, and so I don't know, I think it's just kind of sweet. But that wraps up this video, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate you. It is time. Oh my gosh, y'all, my music video, my release is coming out in 1 week. My song, you'll be able to listen to it in 1 week. I'm hyperventilating. You guys will actually be able to listen to me. Whew, it is crazy. But without further ado, make sure if you haven't already, go click the link in the description or in the comments. I'll have it in both places probably, to watch that teaser trailer that I posted for the music video. Like, you get to listen to the first 20 seconds of the song. Make sure to pre-save my song if you haven't already. I'll leave the link in the description. Also leave my Spotify, which I have my Spotify artist page up. But I'm so excited, guys. Make sure you also subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I'll be posting that music video next freaking week. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed all of these facts. Subscribe down below for more content. We are so freaking close. Don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed. Close to 8,000 subscribers. So subscribe if you're watching this and you haven't. Like, that is so mean that you would not subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment down below, one of the comments that amazed you, and let's talk about it together. I will be replying to a lot. That's my resolution this year. I want to reply to more comments. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.